What is up, everybody? I am your legendary commander, and welcome back to Fade to Silence. This episode is going to be all about how to hunt, forage for food, as well as collect that wood. That way your followers don't freeze to death while you're out hunting and doing the main campaign. So to top it all off, yes, your followers can absolutely go out, find food by hunting or go collect wood. But unfortunately, they can't do it until you claim an area in the game. So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to claim an area, and then your follower will go and utilize that area until he drains the resources, which means you always got to be claiming new areas, which means you're always going to be hunting, always going to be collecting wood while you're out, and making sure you're bringing back the load every once in a great while. Unlike earlier versions of the game, where trees were just abundant, it seemed, as far as I could tell from watching other videos, they're very much more centralized into locations. These areas can be depleted, and you don't really have a lot of trees to be wasting.
Hungry. A slow death. Freezing would be faster.
Now you gotta remember, you're not only collecting food for them, you're also collecting for yourself, as your character has to eat as well, and you have a limited number of lives, so dying to hunger is not a good idea. We're kind of at that moment right now, so we have got to get ourselves a deer. Let's see if we can get the shot, and looks like we hit it. Alright, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Now, the deer will run around on its own for a little while after you've hit it. It'll slow down to a walk, and once you hear that squeal or cry, you'll know that you've kind of injured it enough to where you don't really have to worry about it running anymore. It's pretty much done. It's gonna die. However, that's not the end of it, because the deer will go ahead and continue to walk around, and you can see I take another shot. I'm gonna miss, but I think I hit it, and well, eventually it falls over up on that hill, killing itself. There it is, and I've actually claimed a hunting area doing this, because it only matters whether or not you kill the deer from that area. Doesn't matter if you're still in that area when the deer dies. Now when you collect food and you kill a deer or anything like that, it leaves a lot of extra stuff laying around in the carcass, such as, well, bad meat that doesn't look like you can eat it right now. However, that meat can be purified later. So if you have a guy who can actually properly handle the meat, which means you need to do some building, you can utilize that meat. However, we're not going to be talking about that here. We're just showing you the basics, how to collect that meat. I bring home all the tainted meat anyway, because if it can be used, you might as well bring it home. Once you get the food home, all you have to do is have the meat, or in the case that you don't have meat, but if you have any grub root, you can craft both of those into bowls of food. This will keep you from starving as well as others. You want to make sure you put some of that left in your stash, that way the others can eat and you're not going to see them all die while you're gone. Your daughter is a great example of when something is going wrong, because she'll let you know. She's hungry, she's cold, she's going to tell you. Yes, honey, I have some food, give me a minute to cook it now. Now you do have to unfortunately cook the food as of this moment. Later on, I believe there's a cookhouse that you can build. But again, that's for another time. Right now, you just gotta craft the food in the inventory. It isn't hard to do. Now that you're not starving to death, it's time to actually go out and collect some wood, because, well, you need wood to keep that place warm. And you might not even be able to make food if, well, the fire is burned out, because you can't craft with the fire burned out. You need to have an axe on you, and once you have an axe, you can pretty much just go out there and chop down a tree that isn't corrupted. You can't go to any tree, you have to go to one of the wood cutting areas and chop down one tree. Don't bother chopping down more, leave that for your woodcutter. You, on the other hand, should chop down the one tree, bring home what you get, and then go back off and search for the next place.
And strong against your mighty fists.
Now, there is another one to do as well, that's mining. Mining isn't very hard at all, because it really doesn't take out much of your inventory space, which means once you get done mining, you can continue on the next one. You'll need a pick, you'll find a mining zone, you'll mine it quickly, and then you'll walk off and go do something else. Whereas the other two, unfortunately, do kind of make you have to go back home because you fully load up your inventory with those. But I would argue they are also the most important of the two. At this point, your job now is to just go ahead and get out there and keep marking new places, because they're going to eat through your resources while you're gone off doing actual work. Which means you'll have to go shoot a deer every once in a while, cut down a tree, and mine a little bit of stone every once in a while, or copper. But that is it for this one. If you did like this video, hit that like button. If you know anything you want to add to this that I didn't know already, please feel free to add it in the comments down there. This is a new game. There's a lot of information that's really not given, and it'd be nice to know more about this game. So feel free to share. We'd love to hear back from y'all. But y'all take care, and I'll catch you next time.